Welcome, Smash Heads, to our June 22nd game day, week 6 of the 2022 CDL regular season, and about to get things underway with this Pacific Division matchup between the San Diego Lightning and the Los Angeles Blades. Let's not even hold back. Let's get right into these lineups here. It's going to be Rocket Power leading the way for San Diego today, followed by Zap at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's going to be Futurama, and at 5-point gainer, it's going to be El Rey. To the home side of the field, the Los Angeles Blades leading off with Pink Indy Jr. Following him out there is Cove Light at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's Greelina, and at 5-point gainer, it's Green Blaze Jr. The Blades coming into this game with a record of 4 wins and 1 loss, and the San Diego Lightning coming into this game with the record of 2 wins, 2 losses, and an overtime loss. So both teams set and ready to go. Their lines being removed from the field, except for the front runners. I just want a quick double check on that. So folks, that is correct. I was right. Yes, 2-2-0-1 for San Diego. So here we go. The Blades leading the Western Conference and trying to hang on to this. They are tied for first place in the Pacific with the Seattle Lumberjacks. And this game starts off well, and look at this, 5-0 San Diego. Rocket Power gets the flip. The Lightning looking for the upset in this SoCal rivalry. Of course, the Blades won the first meeting between these two teams. Cove Light now out there, 5-0 San Diego. So these two go at it. The battle on, and a little gray shot, and yes, Cove Light's still alive. Match continues. Good spin cycle by Rocket Power there. Able to keep himself in it. Both cars again able to stay alive. And this time again, both cars staying up. Good defensive battle between these two. There you got two soft field teams playing on a soft field. Both these teams built for their defense, and it's showing to make it 10-0 right here. San Diego on the road, looking for revenge on the Blades. When these two met on May 31st, the Blades got the 15-5 win on the road. San Diego now up 10-0 here, looking for some payback against the division rival. Greelina out there, trying to keep the Blades in this game. Almost did. That was a hard hit. They'll switch sides. So the match continues between these two. Rocket Power on point today and almost went out of play, but both cars are still in it. And yes, they are going to go back to their own sides here. And now switching yet again. Both cars staying up in this process. What a match between these two. It's a 10-0 game right now. It doesn't look that way. We've had some good defensive battles. Ooh, that time. Something sounded loose there on Rocket Power. Something sounded loose. But I don't know if that means much of anything. Well, he survived the collision with the floor. So out of play there. Still 10-0. Lightning in the lead. And make it 10-5. I'm about to call him Green Blaze. No, Greelina getting a good flip there. Keeping the LA Blades in this game. 10-5 the score. That brings out Zap. Better known for his offensive size. He comes out. Whoa, that time a bad roll. We'll have to do it again. He's having a kind of a difficult time gripping here. And that's the soft field for you. It is a softer field, and sometimes when a car is low to the ground, for whatever reason, it'd be hard to roll, but we got a good flip there. So this game off of a gray shot is tied at 10. Greelina leading the comeback for the Blades, all even up here. Futurama now out there for the Lightning. Battle, oh, a little click shot there, a little grazer. And again, switching sides. So big matchup here between the two captains. San Diego had the lead, 10-0. And this time it's going to be out of play. I almost was able to catch him. This time he's going to be hard to get to. Hopefully that didn't cause an unpleasant view. I haven't been known to have plumber crack from time to time, and I hope you didn't see it. So another out of play though. Still 10-10. San Diego trying to salvage this game. As we said, they had a 10-0 lead, but the Blades fighting back here. But they are going to be trailing yet again. Greelina down. Futurama getting the flip. They will put San Diego back on top. So now enter Green Blaze Jr. for the Blades, 15-10. Lightning in the lead, looking for the win. And almost a flip there to tie the game. Green Blaze Jr. trying to force overtime. Both cars again able to stay alive. Oh, out of play we go. So the whole side of the field near me, hey, still open. Gotta have a way for me to get to the cars. So anyways, out of play. 15-10, Lightning in the lead, looking to put this game away. Both cars still in this thing. And that time, Futurama almost had him. Green Blaze Jr. trying to force overtime for Alex Johnson and the Blades. Both cars staying up, switching to opposite sides here that they started on. And both these cars putting on a good defensive show as, again, they both stay alive. Green Blaze Jr. has a weight advantage in this one. Might be a very slight one, but he does have it. Look at this. Futurama's getting busted up here. That front end is starting to go on him. He's losing some structural integrity there. This match continues. How long can Futurama keep going? And that time, ooh! And it's Green Blaze Jr. that loses all his wheels and stuff. So a timeout's going to have to be called by the Blades. And of course, you only get one timeout per game, folks. So we're going to have to find where that tape went again. I got some black Gorilla tape up here somewhere. I'm going to have to go find it. So folks, stay tuned. Well, folks, I do dislike cutting recorded mid-game, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So needless to say, repairs complete, just a quick one there. Still 15-10, Lightning in the lead. The Blades have used their one and only timeout of the game on the only car they have left in the game, and it's going to be over right there. Final score, 15-10. The San Diego Lightning pull off the upset over the Los Angeles Blades. Historic battles that these two teams have had in the playoffs in the past, and I really wish there was some footage of their battles in 2010 and 2011, but needless to say, I think those got lost in the ether on some old recording device, I don't know. But it's weird because I have Crash Bowl 12 from 2008. So, anyway, and it's out there, it's on this channel, if you're watching on YouTube. CDL Classics, Crash Bowl 12, XII, the Roman numerals, for those that did not know. Anyways, coming up next, we've got the Boston Vandals on the road to do battle with the Toronto Titans. Should be an interesting Northeast showdown. Stay tuned. Welcome back, Smash Heads, or any new viewers out there. We're going to try to make you Smash Heads, right? So, next game on tap, the Boston Vandals on the road to do battle with the Toronto Titans. Northeast Division showdown. The Boston Vandals 2-3 on the season. The Toronto Titans 1-3, 0-1. And towards the bottom of the rankings, and third to last place in the Eastern Conference right now. Toronto trying to work their way up. So that being said, though, let's get a look at the lineups as these two teams did meet on May 31st. Like all these games today, they're all rematches. When they did meet, Toronto got a shutout win on the road. So let's see what they bring to the table here today. Leading the way is going to be Nitro for the Boston Vandals, followed by Vendetta at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's going to be Blue Dragon 2, and Mirror will have the 5-point gainer position. To the home side, Indy 5 Jr. leads the way for the Toronto Titans, followed by Wen at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's going to be Synchro, and at 5-point gainer, it's going to be Rocket Oil Jr. So, both teams set and ready to go. Send in their back three, if you will. to the piano here off to the side. Well, I should say the waiting area, right? Which is a keyboard. But anyway, never mind the details. Here we go. Nitro and Indy 5 Junior leading us off. A good match to start things here. And make it 5-0 Boston on the road here. Able to take the lead. Now they couldn't get nothing done against Toronto last time, but off to a good start here. 5-0 the scores. That now brings out Wen for the Titans. Wen able to stay alive there, so he got Flun. Gets Flun again. Nitro getting under him, getting underneath them. Scoop powers activate for Nitro of the Boston Vandals, but that time gets taken down. Wen able to hang on, as good defensive cars tend to do. Enter now Vendetta for the Vandals. Game tied at 5 apiece. Here we go. Vendetta and Wen. Two good defensive cars battling out in that time. Going to be a good flip for Wen right there, for Vendetta right there. Close to being a bad roll, but got enough forward progress to count it. So that now brings out Synchro for Toronto. 10-5 the score. Boston in the lead. And make it 15-5. Boston going to get the win there. 15-5 the final. So they get some revenge on the Toronto Titans. So, game, set, match, and that does it for that one. 15-5 Vandals. Coming up next, Brandon Kuma and his Tampa Bay Gators on the road to do battle with Shane Geyser and his Miami Brawlers. We'll see what happens in that one. As of course, Miami won 15-10 in the first meeting, so should be a great match. Stay tuned. Welcome back, Smash Heads, and 3 different games, 3 different divisions. We started in the Pacific, went to the Northeast, and now we are on to the Atlantic division right here. We've got Brandon Kuma's Tampa Bay Gators on the road to take on Shane Geyser's Miami Brawlers. It's a battle of the Sunshine State, Tampa and Miami, set to go head-to-head. Let's go on ahead and get a look at the lineup, starting with the team that comes into this game day with a record of 2-3, trying to get to the 500 mark. Red Dead that leads the way for the Tampa Bay Gators. Following him out there, it is going to be Ratified. At the captain spot, it'll be 47 Ronan, and that 5-point gainer is R. This team started off 0-3, but they just got a couple of big wins, beating both the Los Angeles Blades and the Mexico City Jaguars to get to that 2-3 mark. So some big cross-conference matchups. Can they do it in the division against a team right now that's doing fairly well? 3 wins, 1 loss, no ties, and 1 overtime loss. 10 points on the season for the Miami Brawlers. They lead off with the rookie Speed Society. Following him out there is going to be Gray Indy at the middleman spot. It'll be Spinebuster at the captain's position for Miami, and at 5-point gainer, it'll be Monty. So both teams going to be set and ready to go as Miami gets their team off the field, except for, of course, the front runners. So I think it's a rule change that has helped. I think it makes things a little better, less interferences, right? So, anyways, Red Dead and Speed Society going to lead us off, and staying up there was Red Dead. Let's go at it again. And Red Dead is outplayed by Speed Society, but hangs on to get a flip. So over by the mesh, keeps them in, and that's another thing to improve onto the field. If you can play off the mesh just fine, I think you do just fine. So 5-0 Tampa Bay. Now Miami won a close one the first time these two teams met. It was 15-10, but 5-0 today. Tampa Bay in the lead as Gray Indy comes out there looking to tie this game up. Red Dead trying to give his team a good advantage here. A little clip shot there, but he's still alive, still up to it. 62 cars continue to go at it. Now Mika getting some good shots in from that visitor side, switching back to their own sides now. He's jammed in there, but no one's got the really good clear advantage in that one. Look at that, Red Dead, great defensive maneuvers. And again, Red Dead able to stay alive. Mama, put him in a K-pop video. Red Dead putting on a show right now. As this battle continues between these two cars. Great defense by the one. Great offensive chances by Great Indy. Oh my goodness, it was a hard hit. And that time, something came loose. I don't know what that was. There's a piece of debris there flying off of somebody. It's probably Red Dead. I tell you, that front end on Great Indy working like a pickaxe. Mama, put him in the K-pop video. I got a breakdance maneuver. Red Dead. Oh my goodness. You give him a piece of cardboard. He's able to stay alive after all these hits. And look at this again. Able to stay up. Red Dead. Deep fry me a Twinkie. Send it to Belixi. This match going on strong here as these two continue to battle. Red Dead putting on a show. How many times is this car going to be tossed in the air and stay up? And this time he is defeated, but not after putting on an acrobatic show of a lifetime. We are tied at 5. But man, that didn't take a lot out of Great Indy. I don't know what will. Game all even at 5 as that now brings out Ratified. These two go at it, and this time Ratified quickly, quicker than a pancake at a Waffle House on a Sunday afternoon, gets the flip that gives the Gators the lead back. 10-5 the score. Zen now brings out Spinebuster for Miami. Oh, he almost had that flip right away. Ratified able to stay alive. Match continuing here. Again, both cars staying up. And this time Ratified with a good flip, and talk about revenge being served cold, and they get it done on the road against each other. 15-5 the final of this one. Miami falling to 3-2-0-1. And Tampa Bay, they're 3-3 after starting 0-3. 15-5 the final. The Gators, after 6 weeks, find their way to 500, and with 3 straight wins against 3 solid teams, 3 winning record teams, are the Gators back? Are they alive? Are they awake now? 2022, now we can wake up, now we can start playing. They have smelt the coffee and they have dealt the blows. They are 3-3, 15-5, they beat Miami. Coming up next, we get into the second quarter of this game day. We've got another Northeast Division showdown, and it should be a fun one. The Gowanda Outlaws going to be hosting the Montreal Monarques. Of course, Gowanda coming off that first loss of the season. We'll see how they rebound, so stay tuned. Welcome back, Smash Heads. Continuing on with the soft field games that we have on tap for you today. Back to the Northeast Division, we've got Lila Geysers, Montreal Monarques. They come to this game with a record of 3 wins and 2 losses, and their opponents, the Gowanda Outlaws. They are the home team today. They are coming into this game off of their first loss of the season. Their record in 5 games, they've got 4 wins and 1 overtime loss that they just took on the road against Phoenix. So, both these teams ready to go as we continue your weekly Table Derby dozen. This match should be pretty fun. Let's get a look at the lineups. Leading the way for Montreal, it's going to be 24 Hours, followed by Black Bullet 1 at the Middleland spot. To the captain spot, it will be Padawan, and that 5-point gainer is 46 Junior. Now to the home side, you've got Ratitude leading the way for the Gowanda Outlaws. Following him out there, it will be Hammer. To the captain spot for the Outlaws, it's going to be Reptile, and that 5-point gainer, it will be Black Spinebuster for Gowanda. So both teams set and ready to go. As we look back to May 31st when these two teams last met, Gowanda got a big 15-5 win on the road. But as we know so far, as we've seen thus far, just because you won a couple of weeks ago doesn't mean nothing, because the teams that won just 3 weeks ago, they are 0-3 today. 0-3. All the teams that won these first matchups have lost today so far. Can Montreal make that follow suit? We're about to see. 24 Hours out for the Monarques, and of course, Ratitude for Gowanda. Almost a flip right off the bat. as these two go at it, and that time almost another flip right there, another close call as they switch sides. Now back to their own. Look at that, good, steady, stable strike. But in the end, 24 Hours able to get a good flip there. I mean, Gratitude had a good stance there to where you just hit and then you stay still. You just kind of absorb the impact, but it didn't turn out for him too well in the end. But it was a good idea at the time. Needless to say, 5-0 the score. Montreal in the lead. So that brings out Hammer now. And Hammer almost had the flip there. Almost has it again. 24 Hours. Good defensively, but gets taken down that time. So, 24 Hours getting taken out. That makes the score 5-5. Outlaws, Hunter Bradshaw's team, fighting back here against his grandmother's team, Lila Geyser. As these two continue to go at it, and Black Bullet 1 able to stay up there. Back to his own side, and this time Black Bullet 1 is down. So 10-5, the Outlaws back in the lead. One of the best in the league. They've got that 10-5 lead now as Hammer looks to put this game away. He takes on Padawan. Oh my goodness, Padawan almost went down. Now both cars go down. And Padawan just hanging on against the heavier car in Hammer. But that tie there keeps Montreal in the game, gives them a chance to force overtime. 15-10 the score, Gowanda in the lead. As that brings out 46 Jr., who will try to force overtime for the Monarques. Of course, it is Reptile out there for the Outlaws, looking for the win. Both cars going at it, and it's going to be over right there. Done and dusted. 15-10 the final score. And very quickly, the Gowanda Outlaws are back to their winning ways. They will be 5-0-0-1 when they face the Philadelphia Demons next week. And of course, the Philadelphia Demons, there's a lot going on there because they are trying to achieve something momentous. I mean, they have not lost a game in 358 days. Will they lose today? Is the question. They play Puerto Rico, but that's later today. Coming up next, we will head to the Western Conference. As a matter of fact, we are going to the Pacific Division again. The Seattle Lumberjacks with a chance to take first place in the Pacific Division when they host a team that defeated them just 3 weeks ago, gave them their only loss of the season so far, the Nevada Thunder. So, Nevada and Seattle coming up. Stay tuned. Alright, Smash Heads, welcome back to the 5th game of our game day, and we're almost halfway through this game day, which means almost done with our first segment, as a matter of fact, is what it means. As of course we are about to have our first Hardfield game after this, and that will end our first video of the day as we, I think it just handles on the Premiere program better that I use to video edit. I think shorter is better for that. Anyways, that being said, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. Let me know in the comments, right? But we are on to our next game, Pacific Division Showdown. We've got the Nevada Thunder on the road with a record of 3-2, set to take on the 4-1 Seattle Lumberjacks. First place in the Pacific Division is on the line. If Nevada wins this game, and they do it in regulation, let's just say, we should have a 3-way tie with 3 teams all tied at 4-2. That's how close things are. Seattle, of course, they know that just taking this game to overtime should possibly give them the lead. I think it would actually give them the lead in this division. But, yeah, I guess I have to double check on that. But you know what will give them the lead in the division is a win. We'll see if they can do that. As they are 4-1 coming into this game day. So, let's get a look at the lineups. Going to be Purple Fire leading the way for the Nevada Thunder, followed by the rookie Grid Tech. At the captain spot, it's Black Lena, and at 5-point gainer, going to be 7 Series. To the home side, Rocket Oil leads the way for the Seattle Lumberjacks today, followed by 76 at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's Black Spec Titan. At 5-point gainer, it will be Crazy Eyes. So both teams set and ready to go for this one. Now Nevada won the first meeting between these teams by a 15-10 score. It was a very good game. And now, Seattle at home, looking for some revenge. So, both teams on the field, ready to start this one. Purple Fire and Rocket Oil leading us off. And game on, and just like that, 5-0, Nevada in the lead. Purple Fire. Did I call him Purple Presto by accident? Well, anyways, in any case, Purple Fire gets the good flip, and it's 5-0 the score. Nevada in the lead. And make it 10-5. So good day for Purple Fire. Great offensive skill. Gets his team 10 points. Gives up the 5 at the end there, but at the end of the day, you do what you can. Is of course now Grid Tech, the rookie, with the chance to win this game. 10-5. And looking to beat Seattle twice on the season. Of course, Black Spectite trying to keep the Lumberjacks in this game. So the match continues here. Both cars staying up there. And again, both cars able to stay alive. Grid Tech, good defensively. Ooh, that time, no roll. So go back to the opposite sides. Almost a win there for Nevada. Black Spectre was able to stay up there. And a little crease to the corner. I think it's off screen there for you guys too, but needless to say, match continuing here. Both cars on opposite sides of the field. I'm not sure if that's what Black Lena wants. Oh, he got top to be able to hang on, and this time Black Spectre gets the flip. Grid Tech, the rookie, putting up the fight. But that being said, we are tied at 10. The Lumberjacks fighting back at home here as that brings out Black Lena for the Nevada Thunder. I think we got a beautiful rivalry developing here. Look at this, 15-10. Seattle is taking the lead. And that might be the division lead right along with it as they look for the win now. 7 series out there trying to force overtime for the Thunder. Seattle looking to put this game away. Black Spectre taking on 7 series. Both cars stay up on the first and second go. And now this time 7 series will be down. And this match is over. 15-10 the final. Sweet revenge for the Seattle Lumberjacks. And look at this. The team that hasn't made the playoffs since 2012 is now first place in the Pacific Division. The league-operated Seattle Lumberjacks. What do you got to say about that? Some fantastic stuff going on there for this team here in the season as they improve to 5-1. They are going to take first place in the Western Conference with this victory today. All these years of being so close and just missing the playoffs, especially these last couple of years. But it really looks like they've got all things going here as we pass that quarter-way mark of the regular season. But that being said, we are about to go check out the Central Division for the very first time today, and it's a pair of team owners that they've been trading Crash Bowls, really, since 2016, per se. So, and it's gone back and forth, well, up until just really recently, right, with Shane kind of cutting in on them. We got Jim Hull Sr. and his Chicago Wind Attack about to be on the road to take on Brandon Kuma and his Mexico City Jaguars. Jags and Wind Attack coming up next. Stay tuned. Welcome back, Smash Heads. Our next game on tap, a battle from the Central Division. We got Jim Hull Sr.'s Chicago Wind Attack on the road looking to get some revenge for what happened 3 weeks ago as they take on the Mexico City Jaguars. And of course, we're talking about that May 31st game day where Mexico City was able to score a big 15-10 win over Chicago. Of course, though, a team that started 0-3 is now 2-3. It's not just the Tampa Bay Gators, it's the Chicago Wind Attack as well as they look to improve. And of course, coming off a loss against one of those teams, of course, talking about that how Tampa Bay lost to the 1-3, or Mexico City lost to 1-3 Tampa Bay. Could they have issues with Chicago here? So 2-3 on the season. That's 2 wins and 3 losses for Chicago. Mexico City, exact opposite. 3 wins, 2 losses. So pretty closely matched teams as they both try to catch Detroit, the current leaders of this Central Division. That being said, let's get a look at the lineups. Leading the way for the Chicago wind attack, it's going to be Hot Indy. Following him out there will be former Tampa Bay Gator, that's Battle at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's going to be Blue Dragon and that 5-point gainer, the ever-so-heady Juggernaut. To the home side, Inquisitor leads the way for the Mexico City Jaguars. Following him out there is going to be 48 Hours. To the captain spot for the Jaguars, it's going to be Solid Snake. And that 5-point gainer for Mexico City, Brandon Kuma's team here, it is going to be Black Lena. Or my mistake, Charizard. How I mess up the name of a Pokemon is a good question. So, yes. Anyways. It's a kind of popular series. You know, anyway. We will continue here. So we got Hot Indy leading off things against Inquisitor. So it should be an interesting game here. So here we go. Matchup is on. Both cars staying up, and somehow Inquisitor did not go out of play there. Directed himself back onto the field and was able to stay alive. That time really a clip shot. Wasn't much contact made, but neither car went down in the process. They switched sides yet again. First hard field game of the day, and first flip of this game on the hard field. It's going to be Inquisitor getting that flip. So, it is Hot Indy going down, 5-0 Mexico City, as that now brings out Battle for the wind attack. And Battle able to tie this game up. All even at 5 apiece, as that will bring out 48 Hours. 48 Hours in Battle. About to go at it here. Game tied at 5. Almost a flip right there, but 24 Hours hang on, and that time Battle hangs on. Switching sides here. Battle able to stay alive. What a matchup we are seeing right now. These two, I think at one time they were teammates, but they're going at it here now. They're both going to be down. If this doesn't make it a table derby, I don't know what will. It is 10-10. Is Battle and 48 Hours take each other out and leave the two captains on the field. All even at 10 here. It is going to be Blue Dragon for the Chicago wind attack. It's going to be Solid Snake for the Mexico City Jaguars. Here we go. Both cars stay up after the first collision. They'll go at it again. And this time, Blue Dragon has a good flip. Chicago in the lead. The score, 15-10. And Blue Dragon now looking to put this game away as he takes on Charizard. 15-10 the score. Charizard trying to force overtime. Not going to happen. Blue Dragon getting the flip. And Mexico City struggles here today as both Chicago and Mexico City go to 3-3 on the season. 15-10 the final. And we are going to have to look for a way to do the tiebreaker. We are actually going to have to go to out of division, well, how to put this, in division matchups and possibly even further because they're equal on points. They both won against each other by a 15-10 score. So we are going to have to go beyond that whole system as they split the season series between the two, 1 game apiece. And folks, that will do it for our first segment. The first half of the game day is done. Hope you've enjoyed your first half dozen here. The second half dozen is going to be coming up in just a little bit. As of course, I got a little bit of a rain check to make up. We got Lila Geyser and her San Francisco Shinobis hosting Matt Geyser and the Phoenix Firebirds in the main event later today. And that's because, you know, Atlanta and San Fran got screwed by that technical difficulty. So that was Matt and Lila that both got screwed over there. So going to pay them back today. But some other great games. The Philadelphia Demons trying to go for 365, trying to go that whole year undefeated. They faced the last team that beat them, the Puerto Rico Players. That game's later today. We've got Denver and Detroit, Atlanta taking on Washington, and of course Washington adding the rookie Raptor to the lineup. So you get your first look at Raptor. We're also going to see Houston taking on San Antonio. And leading things off, it's going to be the New York Empire trying to get their first win of the season as they travel on the road to take on the Buffalo Warriors in an original 6 battle. So anyways, I've talked long enough for this segment, right? So thanks, folks, for watching. Hope you tune in for that second segment that's going to be coming up in just a little bit. So until then, peace.